Welcome everybody to the Latin Nerds Network. My name is Jose and this is my review for Halloween Kills. Of course, this is the sequel to 2018's Halloween, which was a direct sequel to the original 1978 Halloween. Of course, the original one that I find to be one of my favorite, if not my favorite, horror film of all time. And it's interesting because with the 2018 version, they pretty much retcon all the other sequels that came after the original. And don't get me wrong, I kind of like the second one. But let's be honest, most of the sequels were straight garbage, right? So I was okay with them kind of brushing all those to the side. I'm totally fine with that. And the first one worked. I like that 2018 version. I like to bringing back Jamie Lee Curtis. She kind of really owned that role. And I had fun with that film. It was a decent horror film. It was really well done. So I was really looking forward to this one because, like I said, not only is this my favorite horror film of all time in terms of the original Halloween, but listen, look, Michael Myers, he is, he's iconic, right? He's part of the holy trinity of slashers, right? With him, Freddy Krueger, and Jason Voorhees. But this is such an iconic character, that William Shatner mask, that they came up with back in the day, with that incredible score from John Carpenter. Is probably the best horror soundtrack there is, bar none. I don't think that's even up for debate. So I was really hoping they can kind of continue that momentum from the 2018 version here. And I'll say this because this is kind of an interesting film where they kind of took a different approach here. Because this one is just straight up slasher film, like to the nth degree. Because the carnage that we see is beyond any Halloween film we've seen before. And it's funny because if you think about it, in the original film, I think there was maybe 3 or 4 deaths only, if memory serves. So it really wasn't about that. It was more about the scare, the horror element. And in this case, they threw that out the window. So we're just gonna go out there. Michael Myers is going to just kick ass, unleashed, and he's going to do what he does and wreak havoc amongst the town folks of Haddonfield. And and it's very graphic and brutal, and that's awesome. Like, I love that, right? And it was a good crowd in the theater, so you really kind of revel in everyone kind of joining in with the oh shit, oh damn, all those comments people make through it, and you have fun with that, right? It kind of heightened the experience more than it should have. But in that sense, this movie delivered on that. Again, the slasher part of it was awesome. Yes, but with the price they paid, they sacrificed some of the horror because with the original Halloween, it's about him stalking the babysitters or whatever, the girls. He had the music, the creepy music, it's all in the mood. And they kind of just let that go by the wayside. This is more about the visceral experience, and you get it in spades, and that's great. I prefer myself a little more horror-ish to it, but to reach their own, and I get it, and that's fine. And this is, again, this is not as good as the last one. It's not, and it's not an awful film, but it's just some really shitty parts about it. The editing it's awful. Some of the transitions, it's just awkward and weird and almost laughable at times. And it's noticeable early on, but there's one particular section of the film which is a weird part of them. This was where you got kind of weird and lost some momentum for me. Where, as Michael Myers is doing what he does and fucking everybody up here, that people in the town, they've had enough. There's some survivors that were tied in from the original Halloween. They're back now, and then they're fed up with this. That they're gonna go out there. They kind of create a lynch mob, right? And they're gonna go out there and find him and kill Michael Myers. Evil dies today, I think is what they were talking about. And it's a scene where they end up in the hospital, where Jamie Lee Curtis is at, when she got stabbed at the end of the first one. And this is not really a spoiler or anything, but they think they're chasing someone who they think is Michael Myers, and the whole hospital, everyone's inside going after this guy, and it's just silly and stupid, and weird shit happens in that scene. It's really awkward, and I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to, the director's showing a mirror to the townspeople, and so they can see how they were becoming, what Michael Myers was doing to them, and what the chaos he's creating. I get it, but it was so unnecessary and it's so poorly done. The direction is pretty shitty here. I gotta be honest, it's not great. And again, but that being said, again, it picks up pace, and it picks back up towards the end, and it ends well. It sets up the inevitable duel. This was designed to be a trilogy, so there's not a spoiler. You're gonna get the Jamie Lee Curtis, the Laurie Strode character versus Michael Myers. That's coming. They set that up fairly well, but it makes the movie feel a little bit incomplete because it's not really finished yet. But that's fine. Not a major gripe. But again, as a horror movie, it doesn't work. It's just pure slasher, visceral experience. You can have fun with that part of it. If that's your thing, you want to see Michael Myers just unleash hell, go for it. It's great. Don't expect a lot of scares or great tension, just some cool action, blood, and great kills. And there is satisfaction in that in a horror film. So in that sense, it succeeded. Most of the other stuff, it kind of falls flat. So I recommend you guys, kind of lower the expectations a bit. I'm still recommending, if you're a Halloween fan, there is some good stuff in here. But again, just don't expect a great film, because it's not, and it's not even close to the last one at all. But I'm still interested in the next one. I think most of the fans will be as well. Hope go opening weekend, because you want that crowd there. You want the, oh shit, watch out, oohs and ahs, and oh damn, fuck. You want those that commotion in the theater to heighten that experience, because that's what that does. So if you go beyond opening night, if you're watching it later on at home, I don't think it's gonna have the same experience as a result. But that being said, I'm still barely recommending it for Halloween fans. Check it out. Comment below, let me know what you guys thought. And of course, if you haven't done so, subscribe below and feed my need to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.